management of resources. We have normalized, greed in every way, and we call it heroism. And we have completely self-destroyed ourselves, and we are continuing to do the same unless God intervenes. And all this is causing a lot of misery and a lot of hopelessness. And actually, if you look at the landscape, the state of hopelessness is just evident everywhere you go. That's why we have to be stopped every corner we take by young people who are looking for, handouts and anything they can grab, because the state of hopelessness is so high. When unemployment is so high, when the industries crumble, when the sustenance avenues are not working, and that hopelessness leads us to a state of worry and despair. I want to share from God's word, the book of John chapter 14. Jesus, at the point where he knew his time has come to leave the disciples, began to speak about his imminent departure from their midst. And the disciples had, this news in a very worrisome way. This is a person who has been our leader, the only source of our sustenance, and the person we depended on. And how shall it be for us without him? And they began grumbling and worrying. And Jesus, knowing what their struggles are, turned to them in verse 1 of chapter 14 and said, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house there are many dwelling places. If it were not so, I would have told you, I will go prepare a place for you. And when it is finished, I'll come, so that where I am, you also." Today we are talking in the context of a home and a family and the space we call home and the importance of it, where we will all come in the evening with our children, retire after the tiredness of the day, but find a secure place where we will all call home. The disciples did not understand what Jesus was saying. But Jesus said, "You are troubled because you think when I depart, you have nowhere." And the struggles of life are always, who am I? Where am I headed? Am I sure where I'm going? What do I want in life? What are my basic needs? We are struggling with all those things. What can I do to meet them? What am I capable of doing? And even sometimes people tell us, you are nothing, you can't do anything. What are my limitations? We ask these basic questions, and they trouble us, especially when we have no clarity of our destination, when we don't know where we are headed. And that's how desperation comes, when you don't know where your next meal is coming from, when you don't know where your basic provisions are going to come from, when you are unsure of tomorrow, when you are unsure of where are we headed. It becomes worrisome, and it becomes tough for us to answer those basic questions. These basic questions drive you